Hey everybody, this is Dave here at Pulp Alley, and today we are talking about the Pulp Alley tabletop adventure game. Specifically for today, we're going to talk about characters and leagues and how many figures do you really need to play Pulp Alley. So somebody was asking me recently, they said, well, how many figures do I need for Pulp Alley? And boy, as few as you want or as many as you want is probably the short answer because you could play a game of Pulp Alley with as few as four, five, six characters or figures on the table. You could have a lot of fun with just a small number of figures. You can also play a game that has 10 or 20 figures on the table or 30 or more figures on the table. So that's what we're going to kind of talk about a little bit today. So here's a league that has just two characters in it. This is a leader and a sidekick. It's made up with the duo perk, but that is a league that you can make up in Pulp Alley straight by the rules. That's no finagling or anything. And it's made up of simply two figures. That's probably about the lowest number that we would recommend using for Pulp Alley, simply because most of the scenarios are designed for using at least two or three figures. So here's another league that we have here, and this one is simply made up of three figures. We use this one a lot. This is our Phantom Agents League, and of course, these figures are available over at the Pulp Alley store. It uses the Company of Heroes perks, and that's two slots. And then it also has a network of supporters for another two slots. Then it has two sidekicks and one leader. And that is a 10-slot league. But I guess if there was an average, I would say that the average number of figures that I normally see is between four and six. So this next league here has five figures. It only uses two slots for perks, and then the other eight slots are used for characters. So it has three slots used for the sidekick. It has two allies. It has one follower in their little spec. So that's kind of what I would say would be like the average is between four and six figures for most leagues. So, if you had two different sides that were doing that, between 8 and 12 figures would probably be a good number. But you could certainly do it with less, and you could do it with a whole lot more. Check out this next league that we have here. This is a 9-figure league. It's got a leader with the commander ability. It's got a sidekick. We actually have two different models sitting out there for Yin Yang and Shadow because she is a shapeshifter. It has four different ally characters, and it has two followers. And of course, it has one slot used as a perk as well. That's a fairly beefy league with, it's going to normally start with 8 figures on the table. That's a good league to play. You can have a lot of fun with them. You have a lot of options there. We have a bunch of different characters that you could swap out, and you could even, make some of those into gangs to even put even more figures out there on the table. Really, really fun. So this next league almost doubles that. This league has 17 figures included. So it has the leader here, it has a sidekick, and then it has 3 gangs. And each one of those gangs include 5 figures. So that is a big league that includes 17 different figures. It's fun to put out those leagues that include a bunch of models like that. I think it's fun to play those. It can be kind of intimidating when you put them out there and go boom. But that league could be played against a league like the Phantom Agents that only have 3 figures in there. Pulp Alley, we spent 3 years balancing and playtesting Pulp Alley to make sure it worked. And because Pulp Alley is more than just a skirmish game, it is an adventure game. So it really comes down to, can you complete your objectives for that scenario? And sometimes a league that only has 3 models in it, yeah, they're going to be pretty balanced against a league that has 17 figures in it. So that's pretty cool. Now, uh, I hope everybody stays to the end on this because I have a question for you. We're going to have a quiz, but I wanted to show you a league that pretty much doubles that again. Check this out. So here we have a league that has 41 figures in it. This league is made with the Mastermind perk. So you lose your leader level character, but it gives you 6 extra slots for your league. So for this league, it includes 1 sidekick, which was free, and it also has 8 different gangs in there. And that is a complete Pulp Alley league. So the number of slots that you have in your league can be increased by the abilities such as commander or the perks that you pick for your league. Really, really cool. Really cool. A really cool league right there. So that shows you a huge cross section of all of the different sizes, or many of the different sizes. So that's not even it. So here's the question for you guys. Here's the question for you, and I hope you'll leave a comment down below. While you're at it, make sure you get subscribed to our channel. Hit the like button and the bell. Here's the question, though. What's the maximum number of figures that a starting league, not with experience or reputation bonuses or anything like that, but what is the maximum number of figures that a starting league could possibly have? Leave a comment down below for me. Let me know what you think it is. Maybe include how you came to that conclusion if you want to. And let's have some fun with it. Anyhow, I hope you enjoyed this video, taking a look at the the wide range of figures that you could include in a Pulp Alley league. And every one of these leagues could face each other, and you can have a lot of fun with it. And that they'll have a good fighting chance any way you go. That's it for today. We'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.